Hey everyone, it's the Groovy Power Hour, and we're here chilling with Choe, Tavares, and Solana. Just had big intro vibes. Welcome KWJT with another installment of the Groovy Tapes podcast. And look at us back at it again. It's me and brother. Cause fuck the rest of y'all.
Oh shit!
No, just play. Nah,
don't got that.
You know, it's all vibe and it's all love. We're really trying something new, and I think it's important for at least me and my groovy brother to sit here and chop it up and get to talking. We might be everywhere at some point, but here we go. Let's talk about some things, brother.
Okay, let's get into it.
I wanted to ask you, man, what was your favorite Tranquil Forest strain this past year? Was there anything smoking and blowing and going for you?
Shit, my fate. Damn, that's really tough. Mm-hmm. Over the past year?
Over our past year, I would say. From the time they supported us.
Okay, so if we're going from then,
yeah,
the Mac Miller.
Mac Miller, ooh. I
would take the 41, if I'm being honest. The 41 was blowing something crazy. Mm-hmm. Man, fuck. Just because, we've gotten to try so many in, the early stages. Yeah, the Mac would probably be my favorite, and then I would probably go Angry Birds, Tested, shit. The Piffin is blowing. Tested.
Piffin is super blowing.
Man, there's with me and Tranquil, I feel like there be. Oh, I'm tripping. You're tripping? The fucking apple fritter.
Oh,
the
okay.
But their original, when they were just doing straight frit.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a good.
That was my favorite.
Good beginning of our time with experiencing Tranquil, where we would get some real good cuts of apple fritter, and I remember just being twaxed out. You guys know at home how fucking gone I be. So
hold on 1 second, brother. I'm about to close the door.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, I be fucking gone. Y'all be at home laughing at me, and it's a lot harder than you think. And I'm not here to excuse nothing, but man, I be gone off that Tranquil. They be beating my ass, and this is coming from a satisfied sponsoree. You feel me? Also,
you definitely sound like you're copping please though.
Stop beating my ass. Give Tavares the 15%. He be gone off of.
You need the joints. You need the joints to come back and be regular. I feel like with Tranquil that we get to try so many things in early development. It'd be so tough for me because I'm you used to be able to try weed, and then that's the weed that you're getting. Oh, you need an ashtray.
It's dangerous. It's good, brother.
Don't
worry, brother. Don't move a muscle.
Now it's just you may try weed, and then that weed may never come out for another 6 months, or until they get the version of it that's ready to go to market. So I feel for me, it's so different. Being able to try weed that reminds me of being 15 smoking. And then when it comes out, it's it's a little bit more regulated. So it feels like it's a little less in the development stage. And I feel weed in the development stage be blowing. When it's just the percentages could be crazy, or the percentages are you don't really know because you're not testing. You're just growing and cutting down what you like. I feel that gives me the best perspective of the weed. And I really feel those times are those times you're getting like by far my favorite versions of the strain, I would say. But nah, like apple fritter, what is it? It's not the Gary Payton. It's the pick and roll. Pick and roll.
Oh yeah. Oh,
fucking blowing.
pick and roll is crazy. Ricky Brothers, also known as the Rainier Beach Kush, goes crazy.
The Rainier Beach Kush, bro, is too sativa leaning though. I tried to smoke that last night, bro. I was awake.
Yeah, I think it's a Drama Queen cross.
Yeah, bro, that shit had me like up and alert.
Oh, Drama Queen, another beautiful strain. No, I just bring up the weed conversation because, we don't really get into our weed counterparts. Tranquil Forest has kept it real groovy for us for this past year and a half, or going towards. And it's just beautiful to share that community space with them. So, Tranquil Forest, I know you're at home listening. We love you guys. Keep being my ass. Guests come around, they get their ass beat.
That sounds so crazy.
You feel me? Hans, I'm talking about. That's how the weed be having me during the podcast. Mika?
So are you excited to finally let the people get the hats? So after all like the planning, the sneak dropping, the commercial finally rolled out on Sunday.
Yeah, that's really funny that you asked, because that was definitely one of my topics I wanted to talk to you about.
Bro, I do this, bro.
Yeah, you really do this. You're really that guy, bro. Like
no headphones needed, bro. I know what my levels are right now.
You feel me? Collaboration feels great, brother. Also, just extending the business and the platform towards Daz, and getting to know him as a business entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Getting to know Kyle and them working with us, and something that we've talked about and we've worked with. Basically I wouldn't say like refurbish, but like breathe life into a old product that we had going. And
definitely,
it was the first of many. We're working on a lot of clothing items, but this was the first. O'Doyle, for the viewers at home who are kind of like,
give them some context.
What are they talking about? O'Doyle t-shirts came out first year of the pod. Was our first article of clothing as a business.
Second. We got Ari Font was first.
Oh,
Ari Font is first.
Okay, second
item of clothing.
I stand corrected. Second article of clothing, but man, it was a story and a process of which my brother Corey expressed himself in a new way. Getting to like more of a creative idea. You built out a story, you built out this product, and you went to go get the design made. So, just having those conversations with you, and us building the bridge with Daz and Kyle, and them working with the team with Groovy Tapes was just amazing. If you don't mind, I want to.
Are you gonna give a round of applause? If you guys don't know, Tavares never works the board, so like this is a cool moment because I get to be T on the pod today. I don't gotta worry about the sound. I don't gotta worry about doing the appreciation claps. I can just be like over here, vibing and just experiencing. So this is always fun for me when like I just don't have to be in the driver's seat as much. I can just worry about keeping up conversation and making sure we're being entertaining. But what I was going to say on the Daz subject was that it was dope to have Daz really like fall in love with the item and like, as you said, like bring it into a new space and give it a new life. Cause like that was probably the most frustrating thing for me.
Right.
Just to have like come up with a concept and then just like it flop completely.
Would you like to let the viewers know how many sold?
I think 6 officially, probably 6 or 7. And it was primarily like the homies. And then I got to this point where I was like, I'm gonna make it like its own version of a friends and family thing. Like, it's not technically friends and family because I released it to the public, but like,
really only friends and family got it.
yeah, but like it ended up being one of those items where like I ended up gifting to a lot of the homies, and a lot of the homies ended up getting them first, and it brought on to this new life of like it's kind of a subculture item. It's like, to some it's the item that dropped if you knew about it, but to most it's like I never knew that, like most people never knew the t-shirts even came out. So it's just like seeing them in hats now is so cool, just because like people like Wong, people like Daz, you know, Umi, I think Tobe and Flock got one. So like just like these people get to like add to a story and know that like only a select few of people have this item to match the hat. Like people will have the hat, but like, you know, I gifted you the shirt. Mm-hmm. Like the shirt, you didn't have to buy it. It was something I was like, hey, would you wear this? You fucking with this? Cool. And like for the homies to like, it was received really well once it got into front of those eyes. So it was like one of those moments for me where it was just like, I just didn't market it right. Like I just didn't do the things to put it in front of the people to get it consumed right. Cause I was just like, the homies fuck with it. Like Gabe got 2 of them. Like Koi wears it all the time. Like there's so many things that like, it's a good undershirt and it's a good like spring statement, you know, sort of like, cause it's just gray and green for real with a splash of yellow and white. So it's just, the primary colors are really just, you know, forest green and gray. So it really balances really well. So I'm very glad that it gets to get a new appreciation, and there's like now a set to it. Like, we're considering keeping it going for every year.
The Odoy.
Yeah, but who knows? That's really up to the people whether the story resonates with the team or resonates with the people. And we want to continue like adding to the clothing items with everything else. Cause like we've already have a t-shirt, we already have a hat. Like, so there's only like a few more items with the logo that I'm willing to do with it. So like maybe like some like short or something like that, where it's just like, now you have a balanced fit with it. You don't have to keep receiving the same item in the same way. So that'll be very interesting if we end up doing that. But yeah, I'm excited to get this hat done. It drops in 2 days from today, but it would have dropped yesterday from this podcast. So hopefully you went copped one. Thank you if you copped one. Like it means a lot, because like I was really big on wanting to do collabs this year, and it being with Daz, and Daz just always showing us that love and really like ushering us into the hat game, right? And with so much like open grace is like amazing. So I feel like this, for it to be our first official collab, it's perfect. Like, you know, they all should go like this in some way. Like I'm excited.
I'm sorry. I'm about
no.
Ring really quick for you.
I'm excited for like, because as of now, as of the recording, no one's seen the second commercial. But I'm excited to feel that reception for the second commercial, because like they're both really groovy, but that one's more of the like your essence of the pod and your more of your personality of the pod. And I feel like it's what the people want to see. It's really like, you know, it's really what in your own world you're bringing life to our community, and really bringing them into like shit you like and shit you do on the regular, because that's regular.
Thank you so much, brother. We're about to go crazy, brazy, AZ all year long for you motherfuckers at home that's listening. And, you know, Groovers, It's a little time for your love of the day. You know, we appreciate you guys at home for continuing to tap in. Groovy Tuesday, Groovy Friday, in and out. You feel me? Thank you so much for, you know.
Should we bring the vlogs back?
Helping and sustaining our community. It's go time, brother. I feel like, at least in this moment, it's really like we need to give everybody what they want, man. They want more of Groovy. So I want to take some time real quick. I usually don't do it, but I'm finna air some shit out, boy.
Oh, shit.
All right. Listen, Corey wasn't prepared for this, so he doesn't. He don't know what I'm about to say, but I'm about to go crazy because it's Groovy Tapes. And
So about
the it's really me and my brother.
Come on.
And the Groovy Crew. But Jonathan Choe, if you're out here, listen, my brother. The way you convey the Seattle homeless crisis and the way you use your platform in the sense of just negating all the work that's going on in the city and just overall being a piece of shit.
Come on. Can you give before you go into depth, can you give the people some backstory if they don't know who this person is? Because I know only because of Twitter, but if they're not on Twitter, if they're just on,
I'm not
Instagram.
involved with no kinds of defamation, but listen, this is a reporter who is from out of state, basically got a job at Como 4 from what I'm understanding, from what I'm seeing, from what I've done my research, and they are a riot activist like reporter. They also are very involved with cryptocurrency. This is foul that I'm even, but I want to let people know that this is
nah, bro,
like
you
what you
out,
don't what you don't do as a media person and like as an individual out here if you're trying to support the community. Basically a reporter that puts their Cash App in their bio is not reporting the news in an unbiased or unconfirmation bias opinion. Jonathan Choe proceeds to go to our, I guess, our crime-infested areas, which really is the lack of resources and help going on in Seattle, and like the huge gap there is between the housed and the houseless, and basically puts the houseless in the light of their labeling of criminal activity, things like that, just negative connotations in general. I'm not a fan of it. The shit runs me hot. I'm ready to toss hands, but you can't do that within this field. So what I can't do is use my voice, tell a motherfucker when they're fucking up. Right. And here at the Groovy Tapes, that's not groovy, And if you're out there and like you see this person, it's better interest to like be out of that mix, because it seems like this person from Boston, which was beyond me.
Is that why you was going so crazy when we were on Sunday?
Yes, brother. Because just to sit here and your occupation is just basically to put down this marginalized group of people.
Yeah.
That we're not helping as a city. It was apparent that our mayor before and our mayor now doesn't.
Oh, we got a new mayor?
Give no fucks. Yeah, Bruce Harrell.
Is it
the lawyer, the ex-lawyer?
The nigga with the square forehead?
Oh, my God. Yes.
He used to be a councilman?
Yes.
Oh, he's kind of an asshole.
Hey, beyond all this, just a quick, I ain't
even gonna cap.
Groovy Tape politics aside, just want to give the people out there some forewarning. This is some bullshit. Like,
come on,
watch out from trying to capture the day in day out of Seattleites. Continue to say our city is terrible and shitty, but you still continue to move the tech people or even transplants in general into our neighborhoods and giving no access to the locals. I'm on that every time. So
as you should be.
There we go.
Thank you for using.
There's a little.
There's your smoke.
There's my little smoke. I'm Batman.
Nasty.
I'm Batman. I'm vengeance.
Bro, giving the hand clap after is so nasty, so sick. Oh shit! All right, can I play devil's advocate?
You can.
What do you say to the shit that was going on 12th? Because while it's normal in other cities, Seattle hasn't been really introduced outside of like Pike, really third and Pine, Third and Pike, like that area. Like outside of that, you don't really experience that, like where they literally took over that whole block and were just jugging. You know, like it's not really been a custom here to have those instances. So like, what do you say? What do you say is the right way to document it without it being, you know, making it aware without it being like so over here, but also being like there's a middle ground to just showing like people what's going on? Do you feel like he was too opinionated on what's going on instead of reporting what's happening?
I definitely I believe in my case, you know, if you're going to report on issues like that, you got to see where the core issues are at hand and where it stems from. And truly, this kind of struggle where you watch like hundreds of people, you know, to not keep it sweet, but like they're destroying their life on that block, you know.
No facts.
And they're getting involved. Really said, bro, why did you put that
out? my bad, Groovers. I was like, whoa.
No,
there's no guess. It's just you and me.
I think you just need to remember where you stand in your privilege when it comes to media. And if you're just pushing the narrative around it and not truly like getting like in-depth anecdotal like information, facts, or like if you're just going to that street to figure out this is going to be the picture I paint for the rest of the city, and not see the root of the problem and how like sustainable like living is not, it's out of grasp here for a lot of people. And if you mix that in with addicts, ex-convicts, people who are dealing with COVID, who lost their homes due to eviction this past pandemic, you're thinking about like everything that goes within the city, like why like local red line neighborhoods are getting, you know, pushed out to the max. They're getting rebuilt, rehomed, and the people that used to live there aren't able to live there anymore. You kind of see where the like root of everything is, and you have to get to that point, and I think that's what makes it right. I'm not the best person to be like, hey, I know how to do media, like, you know, but I stand firm in what I believe in, and like
absolutely,
if you're
pushing an agenda to side with I guess like he runs more with like the anti-chop narrative, and he continues it into 2022, I would say. Because that, just seeing his content, it is very much like, hey, you know, the police are doing their jobs, you know, protect the police energy. And it's very, I feel very misguided, especially.
Yeah. There's a foundation that was on 12th and Jackson that was feeding the people around it. And then like, you know, the police get credited to, you know, cleaning up the neighborhood. But, you know, a lot of those volunteers were sweeping on the streets and sweeping up trash and, you know,
doing their due diligence. Yeah. So, what's it?
I always feel the type of way because a motherfucker will come out here to our city and be like, ooh, let me
capitalize. Yeah.
Hey, cash app me real quick so I can go to
the cash app in the bio is so that part is sick, bro. It's like where you want me to go next, bro. Send the app, bro. What story you need me to tell right now? I got you. Don't worry. Just to let you know, Groovy Tapes is adding their cash app to all bios now. We will not be reporting the stories you want to, but if you try to donate to keep this shit going, we following that part of John's story. You know, we will not scam you. You will get the same content, but with nicer cameras and maybe a new location if you donate. Other than that,
and a lot more content.
You know,
like amazing amount more content. They're gonna be like, damn, Groovy Network TV show.
You're just gonna see Tavares dancing everywhere.
Like, goodness gracious.
You start tipping rent money, you gonna see Tavares everywhere in the streets.
Bro, I will bring Seattle to the world, and people will be like, God damn.
What gigs are those, Southend?
All right, let's talk about it, Corey. Let's get to the nitty gritty.
Bro, come on.
I want to expose you real quick for the people at home, because this man in this seat thinks he can take on 10 gorillas. 10 gorillas, it really maxed them out. Like, this is like, y'all don't really need too much context. But if you're at home, drop a comment down below if you think Corey's
this feels
gonna
like a fucking intervention right now.
if Corey's maxing out 10 gorillas.
So can you give the people some sort of context to this belief, or are you just gonna throw it like that?
I'm just gonna throw it. Well, I mean, for the viewers at home, we had a conversation. A lot of friends. We like to debate with our friends. I would say Gabe, Kajon, and me are a part of this.
The three niggas who really roast me about this opinion. So first of all, you live in fear. Let's start there. Let's start with you live in fear of these animals. So like, we didn't come to conquer the earth and still should be afraid of these niggas. Let me start there for start.
Okay.
So, no, I do believe. Why is it 10, bro? Why we usually break it down to one gorilla, one on one.
Usually I do say one on one.
10
gorillas. Hey, because he's told me he can't crease 10.
Bro, you're saying crease. I said kill, life or death. I'm killing a gorilla because I'm not finna die. So that's the real fact of the matter.
Okay.
I'm killing all of the gorillas. If it's me or the animal that can't drive, I'm finna kill it. But I base these things off, and we're gonna get into my mindset, because this nigga is fucking great. To have me after airing out John, like, this nigga got an agenda today. So I come with the belief of I only fear man as an animal, and like dolphins and hippos. So those are the only animals that I'm like deathly afraid of. Everyone's like, dolphins, why dolphins? Dolphins do everything humans do, but they live in water. And they talk telepathically.
That's sick.
So they fuck for fun, they get high for fun, they kill for fun. They have small cliques in societies. Like, they do a bunch of like human ass shit just in the water. And I'm convinced, if we're gonna get into a conspiracy theory, I'm convinced dolphins that are in captivity are the fat, lazy dolphins of the dolphin world. And they're just like, this is an easy job. They're the slip and fall dolphins. Like, they don't want to get it out the mud, so they just get it how they live. Like, the dolphins that be in the Bahamas, they're the slip and fall ass dolphins. They're not trying to, be out in the wild and really get it. Yeah, so I feel like any outside of those animals, if you learn the animal's traits, which I have like a weird depth of random ass animals like capabilities and attributes. I don't really live in fear that I can't kill these animals. I'm like, we used to do it. Mind you, that's all we were focused on, and a lot of our ancestors used to get up out of here. But I feel like with some sort of advancement of what I'm capable of doing, I feel like I could, most animals, I feel like I could knock off if it really came to me or this animal. So yeah, 10 gorillas, 1 gorilla, I bet on me. Most people wouldn't bet on me. The homies tell me often that is the craziest shit, but they live in fear of these animals. So
I'm not gonna lie. I live in fear of those animals for surely.
I'm not picking. So let me be clear. Because I know
I would jump those animals with you.
Nah, bro. I'll take the jumping, but I'm talking like life or death. I'm gonna kill a lion. I don't know how. Like, so for all the people like, bro, that's fucking crazy. You already lost because you were afraid. I'm just letting you know right
Fight
now.
or flight response. You said flight.
Exactly.
I'm on the fight.
I'm on the fight, and I might have to stick and move. Like, you got to think these like you got to get caught to die. So don't get caught. That's your first mistake. So I look at these creatures and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna get like. That's what a lot of the homies say. Like, you and K-John be like, yeah, I'm about to put you in the ring with a gorilla. No, I'm not getting in the ring with a gorilla. Thanks. But if I'm in the jungle and, like, it's me or this gorilla, I'm going to try to kill the gorilla so I could go home. And I'm not saying this where, like, my leg or arm won't be broken. Like, I won't be fucked up. I'm definitely going to get fucked up. But my goal is to live or survive. So that's where that belief comes from. This nigga is crazy for bringing this topic to the pod. You know, the only two people to, hold on, I'll wait.
No, you good.
No, the only two people to air out my, like, beliefs that I tell people off camera about my animal beliefs are you and Maven. You're the only two niggas to bring it to the pod. When I told you something and, like, yeah, this is what I think I can do in life, and you're like, tell the fucking public this. Like, he made me talk about being afraid of dolphins.
Yeah, I'm on the mukbang.
And I was like, nah, in his episode. Oh, no, that was the mukbang. You're right. But yeah, bro, like, yeah, I don't live in fear of these creatures.
No, I love it. I'm
Nah, now everyone's like, this nigga is crazy. Even like before, they didn't know anything.
That's why I rock with my brother. I rock with a brother who's definitely on that time.
I'm stealing off first.
Apply that to life. Is life a gorilla? You gonna sit there and let life beat you up? Come on, Groovers. You know I'm always talking isms, man. Corey, do you have anything you want to bring up before I truly close this out on some real nasty quick work? Literally,
the only topic I had was that they ended the sunlight shit, daylight savings. It was unanimously voted today that I think they're keeping it this way, an hour forward. So, like, it'll always be an hour forward. We won't go back an hour, which I don't really. Foul. But I don't really know what that means. Like, we don't.
That's like a chunk of our time, predetermined time.
But it's still an illusion. Like, it's the same hour every year. It's not a different hour. So that's what always confused me. Like, you moved it forward by an hour because that makes all of the difference. But you didn't really move it like crazy. So it's like everyone's always like, oh, we lose an hour, I'm more tired and shit like that. But, like, do you sleep in longer when you get the hour back, or are you just surprised that you're up at 8 a.m. instead of 9 a.m.? Because I'm usually surprised in the winter. I'm just like, oh, shit, I thought it was finna be 10, but it's 9. I'm in here.
Most of these lately, for like the past 5 years, I've been up at the time of when the hour's taken.
So it don't exist.
So I'm like, what? They really be taking my hours, bro. They be taking our hours, bro. We're talking about conspiracy theories.
Hour though, you get it back in the winter.
Now they're not gonna give it to us.
But it doesn't exist. Like, the hour never really exists. Like, it's really an illusion.
What you mean daylight savings? You made me more confused in the daylight savings realm in my head. Now that you give me, like, updated 2022.
It's not real. It was never real. Because it's the same. Because if it's the same amount of time every day, what fucking hour are we talking about? Like, what, is it still now? Like, is it 23/7 that week and 25/7 this week? No, it's still 24/7. So what hour are they? Bro, the fact that a bunch of farmers convinced the world to be on their type of time is still the greatest thing ever. because they were like,
Boy, add some math equations around my head. 'Cause I'm fucking gone over here, bro.
Nah, I feel like this was a good pod. Oh, I just want to shout out. Hey, before we close this out, I want to shout out Hayes. This Friday, Born to Win pop up,
Sunday,
Red Zone collab. He just dropped a commercial today. You should have fucking watched it. Run that hoe up.
Basics made for you.
Exactly. What else do I gotta shout out? This good quickstrike hoodie is dropping also Friday. That shit gonna be gone, so don't even worry about that. You if you ain't get one, if you wasn't there early or you ain't made a friend yet, we've been telling you, go down to the shop, make a friend. You want some shit early, get Jaime will dress you, bro, and get yourself right.
That's me pushing things in my cart.
Come on. But yeah, I'll see you guys this weekend at the pop-up. We may have some shit soon. We may not have some shit soon. But hats on Thursday, hats yesterday. If you didn't cop one, go get yourself one. It's on the ATB website. Come on. That's all I got.
That was lovely. Hey, for all my groovers out there that want to tap in, end of the month, April 1st, I got a show. I'm going to be opening up for Cutthroat Mode at Stay Seattle. Super honored, super blessed. Yeah, come and groove with me, man. I'm going to be turned up. You're going to be hearing some classic groove music. So if you want to hear that, pull up to Stay Seattle.
Come on. And shout out Tranquil. Always shout out Tranquil. This is the Scotty Pitt. No, this is the Angry Birds with the Hype Beast. So this is a great time to end the pod because no talking will be happening after this is really in the system.
KWJT, you've been grooving with the South. You got Corey and Tavares.
Come on.